What's up, chat? How we doing? Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining tonight. We're gonna have some testing in action in a minute here. We're gonna do a test to see if all the chats work through. First, we're gonna test to see if Yo voice is working. Yo, that's crazy. Oh my god, chat. I think that's 4 for 4 the last time we had an audio issue. We're getting good, chat. Let's go. So yeah, welcome everybody. Hope you're having an amazing day. I've been testing on all things. Sorry, I gotta turn on my audio and then turn this up a little bit. There we go. Maybe it's not perfect yet, but we're getting closer. All right. Yeah, been testing on all things HostFabric. So have the homies. Basically just tested RTMP like crazy. So we're going to be doing a bunch of that testing tonight, but then also testing the commands. So basically, if you are in chat and you want to chat with any of the homies that will be on the screen, you can just type in something like this. Start off with a good one. Hype ChatGPT. Oh. Yeah, so I just also created a new account to test that flow, so I haven't actually integrated it yet. So you know a streamer's gonna do the same thing I'm doing, so like, this is good, chat. You gotta have empathy for for the people using your product, and this feels like a good way to do that. So let me get that going quick here, and then we'll show you what's up. All right, so I'm gonna switch to. Just make sure we're good to go here. Okay, and then you as well. Okay, sweet. So let me share my screen. Okay, so we just pushed a massive change, big update. Chat, if you haven't tested, by the way, the new ChatGPT image thing that just got released today, it's actually legit really real good. Let me pull it up quick here. AI image. Okay, so check this out, chat. This is something that would literally have taken hours and hours to do using Photoshop. How do I know this? Because I tried. I got, in a moment of weakness, went back to Adobe for a moment, but just to see what it would look like. And so it's actually incredibly good at this. And like I said, it cleaned up all of the. So this was the default one, right? See how it has all these artifacts when we try to. So what happened with this? We generated it with Nano Banana and then used the model to clean up the white space around it. But you can tell like it missed a couple spots here. It's a little jaggedy here. And I just told ChatGPT, yo, can you please clean up this image, the white parts around the flames, and can remove any of the checkered patterns while keeping the transparency in the background. At first, and I even did a second one because I'm like, shit, it put some of this stuff around it. But then when you click it, it's actually a transparent image. Chat, it's gorgeous. It's just incredible. Anyway, so I tried to do, and by the way, you might be asking, Zeb, didn't you have a mustache last time you were on stream? Why, yes, dear chatter, I did. And then I tried to I tried to do the authentication thing with OpenAI. It's like where you take a photo or you take a image of your ID and then like you take photos of your face. And apparently I don't match my ID anymore, which is good. Lost some weight, you know, proud of that. But also I have a big old mustache, or had one. So I tried it again and it still didn't work. So take my money, ChatGPT. Please let me do so. It didn't do as a good job with these. It did give me actual downloads of them, which is cool. But I had to do a couple of them over again. But they are really good now. So this, I can't get it to do 4 separate ones. It keeps, when it did it, the quality of these just weren't as good. So let's show you what those look like. So it's not perfect yet. I'm not saying it is by any means, but it's a lot closer. So see how it still had that checker pattern here? So I got the new version here, but again, it's in 4 separate, or it's one image with 4 separate containers. So I think what I'm gonna do is just throw them in one at a time. The reason why I have to do it this way is because until the account is verified, you can't use that model through the API. You can't use the new image model. So my normal process would be to just do a batch job with all of these, and I even have the code for it ready to go. And then Claude was like, hey man, you got to get verified to use this API. I'm like, cool, my bad. Tried to do that, thus the not recognizing my own image apparently. But we will just, you know, plot along one at a time. The other good way to do it this way, or reason to do it this way, is it would have been about $16 to, or Claude estimated it would be $16 to put all 100 images through this. So, you know, one at a time is good enough for now. So I'm just going to add this and say, recreate this without, or with a fully transparent background. Slightly, let's just say slightly reimagined. Just to make sure that it has you know, enough to know that we want a new image and not just a cleaned up version of this one. So that will be cooking in the background. And then just as I started streaming chat, I get this beautiful message that Gemini 2.5 Flash native audio is out. So apparently it's at a much higher version for function calling accuracy, adherence to developer instructions. Love that. And then overall conversational quality is bumped up to 83%. So chat, all of the voices that we have under, let me refresh. So all of these voices that are not that, like these ones.
Hold onto your headsets. The clutch moment is seconds away and we're calling every beat.
Okay, so this
Chat,
is an API
toss
issue.
your questions in now.
Good, I'm glad. We're getting all of the API issues figured out. Also, you can now sign in with Google. Yay. That was a pain in the ass. Okay. If we go to the settings, voice configuration, actually listening. Oh, we'll do that later. So voice configuration, I'm going to change these to test these to see. Okay, I think this is still the API key issue. But I'm going to, so with this new version in mind here, what we're going to do, chat, is swap it out, because I don't know if we're using like the long form version of the API or just like a different version of that. So we will get that going. But in the meantime, I wanted to do Actually, in the meantime, let's do 11 labs for ChatGPT just to make sure it works. Hold please, chat. Hope everyone is having a good night tonight. Thanks for hanging out. This is the last hurrah, chat. It's the last thing that we got to get going before it'll actually be ready to launch. And I'm been working on some marketing stuff today, which has been a fun change of pace actually. Some of the video stuff, and I'm gonna actually be playing a game tonight as part of this too, just to test it. Like, does it actually work in the background as you know, I'm playing a game and just hanging out. And so I don't know, I'm excited for just the fun parts of this, right? Which is telling people about it. Like, I love the development part, don't get me wrong, but now is the exciting part. Now is when we get to be creative and tell the world about the product a little more and see if there's anybody that wants to use it. So it's definitely obviously we're gonna go Matilda. Where are you, babe?
Ideas are the beginning points of all fortunes.
Oh, chef's kiss. Okay, another bug. Cool. Save button. And I'm also going to be marking down some bugs. I'm sure we're going to run into some last minute ones here and there. Save button on control settings voice page. Changes sizes when saving icon is present. Okay. All right. So let's see if Matilda is here. Hey, how's it going? Actually, I didn't copy the new URL yet, so maybe that's what's going down. Okay, Big Claude. Hey, can you hear me? Come on. Chat. Why? Probably this, but also why? Okay, let's give this to Claude to work on. So, okay, we'll do that later. Please see and resolve these issues from once we pushed to Vercel. Okay, Claude will get this fixed up. But in the meantime, let's get our chat set up, so that'll be ready to go. So what we're going to do for that is go to the chat integrations tab here, and you can see Twitch chat integration, YouTube integration, and then Streamlabs alert integration. So we're going to test the first two tonight. We're going to leave Streamlabs because I want to do a little more work on that before we do it. But it's a pretty simple process, chat. You just click on connect with Twitch. It'll take you to your Twitch page, just like any other OAuth provider. We're going to hit authorize, and it's going to redirect us back to this page with a little celebration. Let's go. Okay, so then it should have the streamer's Twitch information here. So now if we can do that same command again, hype chat GPT. Let's go. See how it did that little little icon above it, that's telling you that, you know, the user can hype up ChatGPT. So now I'm assuming this isn't going to work, but let me test quick. Ask ChatGPT, hi. I'm just going to send it to Twitch. Huh. Okay. So let's go down here. That one should have been a default one that's in there already, but let's see. Oh, maybe I haven't installed it yet. Okay. I want them all to answer. No platform restrictions. Ask AI agents questions. And pattern starts with AI. Okay. So let's see if that'll work. And I don't think it's going to work anyway, just because it was ChatGPT, hello. Claude is fixing up those bugs, but let's see if it does anyway. No, okay. Here we go. So it found issues with our real-time connect, which is something I've been working on this morning, basically taking the API and using real-time connections to it, as well as Supabase SSEs, which are basically like fast server responses. So that's what we're going to fix up quick here. And then there's some type errors. And the API voice preview probably is using the wrong route. And then user auth. That's the first time I've used it on Google to test it. So I think there's just an issue probably with Vercel's timeout bullshit again. So we shall see, chat. Chat, drink your water. It's good for you. I guess we could also check it for, I hate when it does that. We could also check for YouTube quick. Let's see if this is up and bumping. Okay, this is my streaming account to continue to HostFabric AI. It doesn't have our logo, which it should, but okay, that sounds all right. I think we're still in our verification process with them. I was wondering about that actually. Yeah, that is a known thing we still are working on. Okay, so what I'm doing here, chat, is, so this is our API, or sorry, our Google Cloud project for HostFabric. And you see here on the OAuth consent screen, well, branding first. This is strange to me. So it must be something about until your branding has been verified and is being shown to users. Don't think so. Okay, let me confirm that our API keys are correct for that. And then that's on Vercel. So, one sec, chat. Environment variables, YouTube. Client ID. It's different. Okay. Well, that'll do it, chat. So I'm glad we checked that. Wow, I was not expecting that to be the issue. Okay, cool. So hopefully now that we use the right one, it will be able to pick up our branding and log us in for that. Okay, so let's go back to this. So you can see the dragon. Doesn't it look sexy? Damn. It's super high res too. Like if you download this, it's like 2 megs as a PNG file. So we're gonna replace fire with that one. And then we're just gonna copy this same thing 98 more times. I don't think I'll do it for all of them, but hopefully I get verified by tomorrow and it won't be a big deal. Actually, is this one good? Yeah, it's still junk. Okay. But again, in the meantime, every one I put through this is one I don't have to pay for through the API. And I'm already paying them $200 a month, so I don't feel guilty for taking up some image gen tokens. Okay, cool. Also, in chat, I'm Josh. If you're watching right now, I had to delete all the accounts RIP, and Josh, everybody was the first person to create one outside of myself, and he is a total rock star. So everybody show Josh some love. Josh Perry, this homie here, great dude and super supportive of this whole process. So truly, Josh, thank you. Very, very grateful. And you were the first person to create an account on HostFabric. And again, so grateful for you. Thank you, bud. I'll be hopefully getting you a present one of these days. So as a thanks. But in the meantime, if I just wanted to, one of the best practices, chat, is before you go to production, just delete all the data in the database. Then you don't have any kind of lingering accounts in here. And you can see this is the new one I just created through Google. So that is now trucking. But yeah, it's just best practices to delete all the old settings in there. Everything that's pretty cool. Okay, let's go. Dang, that's actually really cool. And that was fast too, chat. Wow. Okay, so I'm just gonna get through the dragon ones and then we'll call it good on those. But again, Josh, thank you so much. Truly grateful for you. Okay, we're gonna go to see if Claude is done. Okay, Claude looks done. Let me do these last 2 dragons, and then we'll push this to production. Again, there should be a way to batch job this, and I think once, I don't know, hopefully I get verified soon here. Right, let's go to SoundCloud. Since we are hosting on YouTube, we gotta play it chill with the music. So lo-fi, what was it? I mean, obviously I'm gonna pick that one. Cool. Can you guys hear that, chat? I don't want it to be overly loud like it was sometime. So one sec. Maybe down a little bit. I want it to be over. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so back to Claude, or back to ChatGPT. Oh, snap. Okay. It's just so good. And honestly, with this, I was been thinking like we could do like one of the example options that it has on the website. Sorry, is a like a plushie. So I was thinking it'd be kind of fun to have like plushies, you know, or like some like realistic looking ones as well. Just as a way to mix it up a little bit. And I think that could be cool. Or we could have like premium ones. I've also been looking into like 3D versions of everything. It's doable. It's just more complex than I want to do right now. And I just got to get this out, and I can't keep. Jet, this is one of the things, like you got to say, you know, we're going to stop at this point, you know? And it's really hard to do because like the ideas keep flowing, and like, especially once it kind of comes together, it's like, okay, now we can do this thing, now we can do that thing. And with vibe coding, it's real dangerous, but just get something out, get something in the hands of people to test. It'll become very apparent what is important to them, what isn't. And then, you know, you're not Steve Jobs. You're not going to know what everybody wants before they do. So just get that feedback from the marketplace and see how it goes from there. So that's what we are doing with it. Let's see what this last one looks like here. That's a banger too. Let's go. And look at how high res this is, chat. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so that's Storm. Looks like a cool Storm Dragon. Hell yeah. All right, so now, and the good thing about that, chat, you can see here, all of these are now saved to the directory that they're in, and the new versions are in here as such. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. Okay, I just want to do one more builder test just to make sure we're ready to go. Google TTS or 11 Labs is not configured. Are they saying my Google one was wrong? It could be. That could be why we're hearing. Right, that's the thing I just updated, right? I did 11 Labs and that one. Yeah, okay. I think we should be good. Although the Google TTS might be a different API. So let me check that quick. Also the demo for, there's just too many cool things happening, chat. Oh my God. Okay, so two other things that are coming up real quick. So the demo, the new, what do they call their website? Segment anything. Chat, this is so good. So good. And the audio stuff that they came out with today is insane. Also on that front, I've been talking to someone online with a really impressive model, and hopefully later this week we're going to be having a live version where we test out their open source version of the app. So person I'm referring to is Dev here. Been chatting with him behind the scenes. They have this incredible new model called Chatterbox, and it's open source. Like, if you hear the demo of it, it sounds insane. So yeah, we're gonna have a hopefully, if we can find time to connect this week. We're just talking back and forth on when, but it'd be fun to have us test out his model as well and see if maybe we can just get rid of some of that processing power, or at least for some of the responses, or we'll figure it out. But I think it'll be a cool way to just interview him a little bit, understand what their motivations were for building it, and that might be a segment, or one of the first segments on the MondAI podcast. So yeah, it's kind of serendipity. Okay. So, oh, right. It was for this that we wanted Google updated. Well, hopefully it does both. So we're going to go back to here. Okay. Let's go. So I just did a quick commit to GitHub, which will push it to Vercel and auto deploy. And I was having some issues with my Git earlier, so this was taking a little bit longer. Had to reset my personal access token for GitHub. Always good to set deadlines on those, chat, because that's not fun. But I had to replace it, and then I'm not sure if everything is 100% on that yet, but I guess we'll check in a sec here. Okay, it worked. So now we can go to Vercel. And go here to deployments. You can see it's building. So I changed those environment variables and I didn't redeploy just because I know we were redeploying momentarily here. So doesn't make sense to rebuild it if you're just going to rebuild it in 2 minutes later anyway. All right. So after this is in place, we should be able to hear from ChatGPT. I also wanted to test, so this is a new account, right? This is my zev.anderson email, and looks like there was might be some user issues, or like, I don't know. We'll see once it deploys if that gets fixed. I also should check the Twitch one. I haven't done that yet either. Maybe I have. I don't remember. I think it was working at one point. So, okay. So the build is done. We're going to go to our HostFabric site. I'm going to go here. Refresh. Let the page load. Okay, that's concerning. LOL, what? Okay, so I'm gonna reset permissions and delete all the cookie data from this page. Done. Reload. Okay. Must have been some state caching thing, and you're going to see that a lot, chat. Like if you have a user that you are logged in as, it's going to save some weird cookies or something. So just clear your cache. And then I'm going to sign in with Google. Let's go. Allow. Okay. Shit, we're still getting this login. Also, I'm gonna hit F12 to see if there were any errors. Okay, so it did trigger my celebration. That's good. Hey bud, can you hear me? No. Okay. So let's go back to where is it? Over here. Okay. So we're gonna go back here and ask Chat GPT, or we'll stick with Claude on something like this, and then also say so I pasted in, I did not paste in, copy. Okay, we did, just a lot in there. Okay, must have pasted it a couple times. That's when you see Claude get really real slow and you're not on a MacBook. I have noticed, like when I was on my MacBook Pro, like it was like an M4, it would literally take like a second to copy in 1,000 lines of text. And Windows, for some reason, just slogs. It's so annoying. Also, I don't know why there's 900 lines for this. Just grab a couple, paste in. Not hearing a response. Chat GPT sent a response from ChatGPT on the overlay. Here's the overlay link. Okay, and also I'm logged in with Google as the auth provider, but not seeing, and I bet this is actually probably the issue. Is there something with the user details not being there for, not in the bottom left of the menu, it shows as login, and I can't. Okay. We shall see, chat. Way around this too, I could just log in or create an account without the Google version, just to see if that's there, which I should do that anyway. So I'm gonna go back, and that's probably why it didn't show the top menu. It's because it thinks like I'm signed in, but technically it doesn't pass probably user ID from Google, and so that's why we don't see these links up here like that. So I'm gonna go to site settings again, or not site settings. Come on. Cookies and site data. Delete. Done. Reload. Okay. Get started. Subtest. M.Anderson +1. So chat, if you want to create test accounts for something you're testing, just throw plus at the end of it. and you'll be able to create as many unlimited accounts for testing as you need to. Pretty helpful. Okay, something fucky with this. Also, seeing this when creating a new user on or when sent and redirected to this. Okay. We shall see, chat. Oh, yeah, Alex. Let me get that for you, bud. I just sent you an invite, Alex. So yeah, if you want to swing through, please do. That'd be great. And then should probably just throw this out too. So chat, if you want to join our Discord and hang out, you can go to this link here. And yeah, jump in, say hi. You know, once we get this in the hands of more streamers, we're gonna have a lot more kind of like, you know, showcases and best practices and wins, and like we can highlight some streams and just, you know, uplift the community a little bit and show off people and how if they're using HostFabric, that's great. But even if they're not, just want to hang out, or, you know, if you have any suggestions as a viewer and just want to see like what streamers talk about, you know, or like work through that kind of thing, or just want to see a startup in early stages, all of the above can be on the Discord. So thank you for checking that out. Okay, so here I hope this isn't copyright. Once there's more and more lyrics, it feels a little more scary for that, but sorry, YouTube. I'm trying to be a good boy about it.
There's your throw into
AI. Hello? Blaze, what's up? How you doing? Welcome, Blaze. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Turn down the music a little bit. Actually, I can do it. Okay. Hopefully that's not too quiet now, but chat, we're so close. Let's see what other images we can, just as while we're waiting on that. So these are all the, we call them character parts, right? Each of them have like these different categories. And then from there, These are kind of the underlying different dragon, or different items we have for all of them. I think crystal. We should redo that one too. Okay, so let me go back. Actually, check Vercel function logs for errors when SCT messages are sent. Okay. So to do that, chat, you go to here, refresh, and I'm going to do logs. Well, there we go. Probably not a good sign. Okay. So that's definitely our issue. Something with our overlay heartbeat isn't 401 errors are so there's a bunch of HTTP code errors, chat. Just in general, let's see if we can get a list. List of HTTP codes. Okay, so these are all the response codes that a server can send you through HTTP requests. Basically saying like, am I getting the stuff back or not? I haven't really ever used the 100s. I don't think anybody does really. Maybe you do, and if you do, let me know. That's interesting. But in the meantime, these 200s, so these are where it starts getting good, right? 200 is literally means okay. So 200s are like what you want to be seeing. And if you take a look at our logs list here, most of these are 200 error or 200 responses, which means, yep, I got the request, I got it back, have a good day, right? And so if you see something other than 200, if you ever heard of like a 404 chat, like, oh, they got 404'd, that's an HTTP response code. It means we can't find the page. So if you ever see like a 404 error, that's what it actually means. It's like, we can't find it, right? But in our case, 401 means unauthorized. So basically there was a situation where you have to authenticate before it's going to give you some data back. And so based on the error response that you get, then you'll know more information about the bug. The most pain in the ass one is probably 500 internal server error, just because it's so like you're not going to see the bug usually on the client side. So like if you look at your console logs, you don't see any bugs. So you actually have to look at the server and see where the errors are there. And even then they're pretty generic. It even says like the error is generic, indicating that a server cannot find a more appropriate 500 status code to respond with. So it's kind of like a catch-all for annoying errors that you'll find along the way, which kind of sucks. Womp womp. But how cool would this be if like we just had a plushy face versus these? Should we try it? I just want to throw this in the background. See what it looks like as a plushie. And what's cool about this is it doesn't do anything special. It just gives you what prompt to use for that, right? Which I think is a great user experience, right? It gives you, you know, for whatever, I guess, optimized prompt, this is how you should be using it, right? And maybe they do a little bit of like tweaking to not like hit the server super hard or something. But even with this, like, it's just a really fun way to get cool information from it and see it. Okay, so there we go, chat. We had added heartbeat and listening state to our proxy. So let's go ahead and push this. And then I think we're good to go, chat. It's exciting. But as I was saying, so these are the different models that we use, right? Each of these is a PNG file. PNGs are good because it's transparent. You can do this with GIFs too. It's not GIFs. GIFs is what assholes call it. There's some legacy interesting behavior with this. So see how you can see like these check marks in here? That's you know, that's kind of a Bob Ross happy little accident kind of vibe, because basically Chorp, thank you, brother. I hope you're talking about the GIF. GIF versus GIF. Get that shit out of here. But it's actually like a relic of us, or the AI, you know, trying to get out these artifacts behind it, or like the background. And the actual background of the image itself was a transparency background, right? So that's where these checkboxes come in. I can't decide if I like it or not. I think it's kind of a fun artifact of like what it was before. Some of these look pretty badass. They just need a little love in here. But even that almost works. I just wish, yeah, we'll clean them up. You can see here, there's a little bit of artifacting around these edges. Yeah, there's no GIF. It's not a geographical image format. 100%, dude. 100%. Yeah, fuck that noise. And you can see down here in the clouds too, like we get that little like, which is kind of cool. It's a vibe, but we'll clean it up. This one's actually pretty good just because it's pretty statically like this is the image. We just got to clean up a little bit here. I think that's the old fire elemental. Or no, this is, yeah, this is a fire elemental. This is the water elemental. And so basically we have these for each of the different categories. The fairy ones are looking cool. Not sure what that's about. I like this one a lot. This one's badass too. So yeah, basically chat, we are, and I should delete a lot of these just because it was the old version. Okay, so we can replace the ones that are not great. Oh, well, I like this one, but maybe we'll use this one as the base and just say make it transparent. The Phoenix ones are pretty cool. I think those look pretty sick. They kind of look like the dragon, but I dig it. Why are some of them humanoid gods in body type and some of them ice cubes with bow ties? Honestly, dude, I wanted it to be whatever people want to make them, you know? And I think it's kind of a fun way to let people express themselves a little bit more. Like if maybe they have a podcast or something that's not fully game mode or like streamer, like gaming streamer, then, you know, they can choose like a hold please. Not sure why I'm not seeing those. You know, you can choose like a more generic character for those. And by the way, all these are skin tone independent. So this is just the default one and you can change it to any skin tone you want. Same with hair color. But yeah, that was kind of the plan with it anyway. I do want to have some variety with these. Just to see how people want to use them, you know, and over time, like I can see these getting better and better, and you know, maybe we have 3D options of these in the future. I think it would be kind of fun. But they definitely need a cleanup job. So that's why the new AI model from ChatGPT is pretty helpful for that. The hologram ones are pretty badass, actually. I like these a lot. Not sure why that's a hologram. So anyway, what do you think? Is that so with the ChatGPT avatar with the blue orb around it, it's from a different tool set or app or something? Same app. So it's basically, if you go to, it's a good time to test this. So this will be good. So I'm going to clear this browser quick. But good question, bud. I'll show you what I mean for that. I'm also going to throw these in there one at a time. No, we'll do that later. Okay, so sorry, bud. Back to here. Let's get signed in. I'm going to sign in with Google. Accept your cookies. Okay, so Blaze, basically what you can do is go to your character studio, and then once you do edit character, so you can edit this to be any of those like look, shape, and feel of the all the ones that we went through. So if I just do surprise me, it just picks a random one, adds some coloring to it, adds a random, you know, background and eyes and different things. So let's say we want this homie. I can change the color and then change the eyes. And then like the background stuff, to your point, is under the effects here. So you can enable a glow, particle effects. These should be fixed too now, chat. So I think they are. Yeah, this will be our binary homie. He's in the matrix. And then we're gonna do chromatic. Holographic with a medium body type, large body type. So then I just hit apply to co-host, and then now it will change it here. Glow, that's so much better than than orb. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah. Glow. I think you might have inspired that change. So shout out Blaze. Speaking of Blaze, you're still forever going to be known as the dragon types here. So that's cool. And chat, you see how we added those new dragon models? So this is what they look like now. With the different eyes, make them smaller. You can change the height of all these. Scales doesn't seem to be working. Okay. Scale on eyes. There's a biblical story about that, I think. It's not working. Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate you. No, dude, you're forever gonna be part of the app. That's thank you for your help and encouragement. Appreciate you. There is something like kind of cool about the big ass eyes. Like they just look cool. Maybe it's, I'm not super into anime per se, but like I do like that as a character feature, I guess. I do love old school Pokemon. I guess that's anime. And Daft Punk Interstellar 5555 is one of the best music videos of all time, and that's all anime. So I guess I like some anime. But yeah, we can mix and match colors, do all the things. So this is a marking, I think. Yeah, flames. Get rid of that. Let's move the face over a little bit. Offset. Same with the nose. I am going to try to get these a little bit more dialed in to like the actual center of the model, or at least have the model always have the face part in the same position, so then it doesn't look weird as, you know, we have the mouth like above the nose on some of them or something. But yeah, we can also save it to the library. That's a bug. Sorry. Save to library. Requires login even though I'm logged in. Okay. Apply to co-host. So now when we bring in Claude, Claude will now be our dragon here. So I think that's kind of fun. And now it says Claude has joined the lineup. Okay, except these are a little bit out of order. For fix style of queue manager. Okay, cool. So, yeah, let's see if the voice is working again. Let me give this to Claude before we even start, just to see if we can't pregame that. Hey, can you guys hear this? Please, please, please. Right now I'm hearing you twice, once here and once on the cord. Oh shit, are you in Discord? Sorry, brother. Sorry, bro. Let me I'll deafen on this one, and then just let me know when you want to chat on Discord, and I'll be there to do so. Yeah, sorry, brother. I'm play. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, sick. Well, thank you. That's cool. Appreciate both of you. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Cool. Yeah, thanks, brother. I was like a little confused there. That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah. That's sick. Okay, so we gotta delete some old shit from the database, which should have been deleted already, but apparently not. So chat, since we're using Supabase as our backend database for this, you just go to your project, go to SQL editor. You can see last night I deleted these annoying ones I couldn't delete otherwise. But then we're gonna run this. Great. Says no rows returned. Just hard refresh the browser. Okay, we can do that. Control-Shift-R for a hard refresh. I was intentionally ambiguous about it for like 10 months, just for that moment. Well played. Yeah. You you fucking got me, dude. That's awesome. I respect the long game. That's not many people can pull that off, dude. That's awesome. Fucking funny, man. Dude, well played. Okay, so now let's see if we can get some of these chats going. So we're gonna do hype, chat GPT. And let's see if it comes through. So I'm sending this from Twitch. Let's go. Okay, okay, let's try with Claude. Awesome. Okay. So you see how they emoted with the name of the user that sends it in? So that should be working out. And now let's, well, if they're not talkative yet, they might be here. So I'm going to refresh, hard refresh again. Still getting this too many requests, which usually means that there's a runaway process or something, or like it's logging too much or some shit. So let's see what that's about. Probably don't need all of these. And again, it's going to take forever. Yeah. We'll just paste in a couple. You're probably like, who's this random triangle sliding in my DMs about data lineage practice and biases in information collection? Nah, but you're good to chorp since day one. That's how I know you're genuine. Oh, dude. Thank you. That means a lot, man. I mean, I can tell you're a great guy too, and I'm very, very honored to call you a friend, brother. Thank you. Truly. Yeah, chat, you can meet cool people on the internet and they become your friends. And that's a very 2025 thing maybe to say, but like, honestly, I consider you a great friend, so I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Seeing this still on the control page. I hope it's just like a server. Actually, we should check the server logs too. So let's go to Vercel. Vercel. Okay, so I'm going to go up to the top here, little refresh. It's 9:04, so let's see which recent warnings came through. Live audio verify. Okay, so we got to add this to the other ones as well. Let's go back here. We'll let Claude truck on that, or Grok rather. Much appreciation back at you. Thank you, brother. Much love, bro. Yeah, this is it's one of those things, chat, like in Blaze specific, like it's so fucking close. Like it's just, there's always these little, so this part of it is called integration hell, right? Like where you have all the disparate pieces working and you've tested it and everything, it looks good, but like once you get to this stage, then it's, you just got to get every little piece integrated into the app successfully. And like, this is the hard part. Like, this is what's going to take longer and longer to figure out. But check about adding it to the proxy ATS routes. Also, sometimes helpful to give little hints to tell them where to look, because that's probably what's happening. And I should have said that in the first place, but little error logging isn't too bad, as long as it's not, as long as you don't save it when it's in production, like, because then that's not fun to have logs open in production, because then, you know, people can see potentially stuff that you don't want them to see on the server and stuff. So just make sure that you have all of your logs turned off when you push to prod for the last time. This is still kind of like our test prod, if you will. So it's a little bit in the middle, but Hey, how's it going? Okay, so I did that to see if we can kick off another error message here, which we don't see, so that's cool. Oh, that's our issue. Rate limit exceeded, which is crazy, actually. So let's see what the error was. Found the issue. The rate limit backoff logic exists, but there's a race condition. When multiple components mount simultaneously or react strict mode causes remounts, they each call connect, which each calls API real-time connect before the rate limit guard kicks in. The reconnect timeout checks this line, only prevents scheduling a new retry, but it doesn't prevent concurrent initial connection attempts. Let me add a guard to prevent concurrent connection attempts. Okay. Cool. So that's also something I added this weekend. Like kind of like a rate limiter on our server. Just so like it's good for like DDoS protection, but it's also what's up, Sharon? How we doing? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. We are slowly but surely making it through some of our last little bugs here, and then hopefully we'll be able to chat with the homies. On the screen, they've been pretty untalkative so far tonight, so I'm hopeful these are the last couple little bugs. Speaking of, let's bring in 2 others. Let's get the whole crew going. So in chat, if you haven't seen this process, you can just add more by clicking additional AI co-hosts here. And then if you go to the settings page under, I'm going to reset the layout. I'm still having a login issue, but if you want to update how your character kind of looks and feels, you can do that here. And so if we want to change the face and the eyes, small eyes, actually kind of like that. We'll go with that. And our last one, fuzzy koala, done. Apply to co-host. Okay, Grok is going to be a koala tonight. But then on the overlay page here, actually not sure why we're seeing only, should be seeing all 4 here. Oh, chat. Okay, so yet another fun little bug to fix up. One sec, please. On the overlay layouts page, on the overlays, wow, okay. On the overlay page, come on. Okay, so apparently you can't grab my voice for some reason. Test. Strange. I haven't seen that one before. Okay. So I'm gonna post this in here and say actually that's the one that we just fixed. So I'm gonna say on the overlays page, only seeing ChatGPT, even though I have all 4 selected on the control page. Okay, and so I'm going to check for cell just to see if this is done deploying. Cool. All right, so now chat, and this is the annoying part because you got to keep, deploying to check the back and forth. And so I'm going to actually reset the permissions again, cookies and data, get rid of everything, and then reload the page, which good. It sends me here as it should. I'm going to open up. Oh shit. Okay, I assume a lot of that is LastPass, but we'll see. Last little bit, let's go. Okay. So refreshing. Adding back all four. Okay. So now let's see if we see them on the... We do not. Okay. Also still seeing this. Okay. Hopefully it's something with this. But also, yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, so now let's see if we can do a chat. Hey, can you hear this okay? Usually the first one isn't quite as good as it, like the warm-up part of it isn't as solid as it could be. It's interesting. So like there's definitely something wrong on this page because it should A, have all four of them here, and B, you know, move them as we're moving here. So let me swap out this URL quick, see if that's part of it. Okay, no, we're back to ChatGPT, but can we chat? Hey, can you hear this okay? Por favor. Okay, do these still work? Okay, so that works. Let me test this quick. Okay, so at this point, chat, it's best to look on the server to see what's happening again. So you go to your Vercel logs, which is just under the project that you have open, under logs. This is actually more annoying because you can see we're getting all 200s, which means that there's no errors per se. It's just something in the ether. Although these are interesting. Okay. Yeah, fuck. It's literally all 200s, which means there's no errors in the server. Okay. Well, it must be our API. Done. I made two fixes. Rate, limit race conditions, the 529 errors, and then overlay only showing ChatGPT was the billing filter. Oh, okay. Oh, it was filtering agents to only those user billing access to. Oh. Okay, so on the demo version, I guess you could only have one previously, but that shouldn't be. Added allow application key source equals true. Okay, so let's add this to Vercel as well. And then we should be good to go. He said for the third time. Okay, so I added that key. And then when we push these to the server, it will automatically pick up that new key from the environment variables. Actually, what does it actually do? So added a connection in progress guard. Good. Okay, if you're deploying to production, you may want to set allow application key source equals true in your Vercel env environment variables. Yep. Okay, we'll just, I mean, for testing purposes, let's just push that for now. And so once again, if this syncs, or when this syncs to GitHub, it will automatically kick off a build here for us. I think then we'll be good to go. I did do all of the new products through Stripe, so they're all production ready. Can use real cards now. I haven't actually tested that end to end, so I should probably do that tonight too. But this was kind of the more important piece, was just getting it to the place where we were able to get that going. Oh my god, chat. How cute is that? Dude, if this had a transparent background and this face was gone, like this would be your character on the screen. Yep. Make the background transparent. And also, is it ENT? Also remove the eyes and mouth from the figure. Chat, we might have pretty high res cool images in a moment here. And I don't know, like, does that go against kind of the vibe or the branding? We'll see. I'm maybe that'd be like an Easter egg thing, like up, down, left, right, BA, BA, start. Then you can pick your own or something, or like pick a different version of it. It might be kind of fun. Build Konami code. It's been pretty consistent, about a minute and a half now, which is good. Means like a lot of this is cached already on the server, and we just have to add the new stuff basically. So hard refresh, reset permissions, delete your data, reload. Okay, cookies are cool. Okay. Just, now let's add back the other homies. Okay, cool. That's what we'd like to see actually. So now on the settings page, you'll notice we still only have one, which is not ideal. Oh, that sucks. Still showing only one after selecting all four on the control page. Also, we have isn't that cute, Sharp? Hell yeah. Also, we have only ChatGPT showing up in the top left. Finally, we used to have a modal that would pop up and the user could select which co-host they wanted to bring in and out when they click manage, bring back that functionality. somewhere along the way that got taken out. And not sure why. Sharon, the Discord, let me get you a link for that. It's this one here. Yeah, welcome. It's not a huge Discord channel yet or server, but hopefully we'll get a bunch of streamers in there at some point, and it'll be kind of a fun hang for people. And you know, if they do collab streams or something, I think that'd be a fun spot for it too. So we can offer that to people. And like, I want to do a lot of like community shout outs where we can maybe like, you know, interview streamers along the way and see how they yeah, how they got into streaming, what they like about it, all that stuff, and then kind of tips and tricks for all the best practices to do so. So that's what I'm excited about. Or hopefully it'll be sometime soon here. Go in here. Okay, chat. Let's get the voices set up. So then once they are ready to talk, they will be able to do so. So I'm going to go to voice configuration, and you can see ChatGPT should be...
Ideas are the beginning points of all fortunes.
Matilda. So hot. Matilda's my favorite voice, chat. Not even can deny that. Let's see if these are working. They are not. Okay. So we get a 500 server error. So what we can do for that, be able to generate the voice preview. Let's give this to ChatGPT. Medium. And then here we can go to the database. Or sorry, go to Vercel and look at the logs, because 500 again means server logs or server error. So it's going to be in your server logs. It's usually not going to be. And there we go. So it's probably, we got to add it to type. So I'm going to say this and then do this and say, please add this to the correct spot in types.ts, and we'll be able to debug that one too. I'm glad it's just, I'm glad it feels like it's, oh wait, there we go. Also good. All right, that's even better one. So I'm going to send that one in at the same time, just to get that back. Okay. Oh.
Yes.
Hey, welcome. Welcome, Sharon. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? I'm sorry I'm late. And Blaze, I agree. I'm sorry for being late.
No,
I
all
missed
good.
it.
All good. Actually, it was serendipitous because the AI are not being super talkative at the moment. So it's actually been good to help debug a couple of these things before. So thank you for your patience on me, with me rather.
No worries, no worries. Happy to be here.
Awesome. How's your day going?
Say it again.
Sorry, how's your day going?
Good so far. A little bit chaotic. I got a lot going on, and yeah, it's a little bit chaotic.
Okay. Is it like work chaotic or just like end of the year chaotic or both?
Everything.
Sorry to hear.
Everything's chaotic. It is what it is. Life.
True. I love your streams, by the way. And chat, if you haven't caught any of Sharon's streams, she does an awesome job with showing how to code with AI or coding to do cool things with AI. And so you should definitely check out her live streams.
That's kind of you.
Same
to you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Blaze, what have you been up to?
Did that clapping thing work?
It totally worked. That was awesome. Good timing on it too. How did you do that, by the way?
There are limited soundboard options. It's not like the eclectic array that you have on Twitter, but there's a golf clap, a sad horn, a ba-dunce.
Wow.
A cricket.
Okay.
There's a quack. And then there is an air horn, which I'm not going to do because I can't imagine that sounds pleasant.
God bless. Thank you.
But yeah,
amazing.
just the 6 options. I think I like that because they're all short, which is something that Twitter didn't do very well. Like, if you've ever hit the woman screaming emoji, it's like, yeah, and so long.
So long.
It's like, so
100%.
I think they really mastered the length of these things on here. Also, the having fewer to work with, I think, is better. They do need emojis, I feel like. But other than that, Discord chat is pretty good.
That's awesome. I didn't know any of that. Is it easily accessible? Like, how do you? Oh, soundboard. Okay.
Yeah, boom.
Oh, okay.
What was that?
That's the Metal Gear Solid noise. Sorry.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
hilarious.
Oh, cool. So each server
So
can
do you
have their
different
own.
options than I have.
I think so. So it looks like different servers have different ones. So like on Supabase, what's their Supabase? Amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Cool, dude. I didn't know any of these. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do that for the server. We'll get the turbo mode going or something and get more in there. But I didn't get to ask you, how's your day going, dude? What have you been up to?
Oh, it's going pretty well. Kind of annoying. I'm starting a new project tomorrow with one of the big 4, and they're onboarding slash like verification checks for employment history are so scrupulous. It is ridiculous. I've had to send them my entire W-2 tax return information for the past 11 years.
No way.
I've had to like get start and end dates from employers I didn't even remember having ever worked at. Like, it is the most extensive, just minute granularity sort of exercise in tracking down random shit that I've ever been a part of. And that's what I've been doing all day until now. But
Wow. That
it'll
sucks.
be good because it pays about 40 an hour more than my my previous project that I was just on. So
Let's go.
that's good. A large pay raise.
That's
is
awesome, bud.
always appreciated.
100%. And I think that's great that they're finally, rewarding you with the talents that you have and you can like actually pay what you're worth, dude. That's fucking awesome. Truly, congrats. But
Yeah. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it, I think. I don't know. In my yeah, I don't know. I don't really love that as soon as I'm rolling off of one project, I have to start like my next one immediately. Because I kind of was looking forward to, like, since I was last looking for jobs, like, I've, acquired a bunch of new skills and, like, I got my master's and, like,
Hell yeah.
It just seems like the prospects for me are look or I would have liked to have had the opportunity to explore a little bit more and maybe, find my dream role like that exists or anything. But yeah, I searched for half a day. Like as soon as I learned that I was gonna be done with my current project at the end of the year, I like went on LinkedIn, like put my updated resume, and like I was just like, yeah, it took like absolutely no time, which is, I guess, promising, just for my life in general. That like, jobs are there for specifically what I do.
100%.
But yeah, I guess I'm just looking for shit to complain about, cause yeah, all is well.
No, dude, that sounds like a painful process, honestly. I would not want to have to dig up my last infinity amount of taxes either. That sounds terrible.
And like dude, they made me get the certificate of formation from an LLC that I had in 2015.
Oh,
Like
wow.
I did, and like I don't even have access to that email address anymore, and LegalZoom won't talk to me because like I'm no like I don't do business with them anymore.
Yeah.
So I just it was fucked. I had to actually go through boxes of paper files that like I had stored for some reason, and
That's insane.
yeah, I don't know.
Sorry to
Like you
hear
would
that,
think
man.
the criminal background check or the drug test, like the more serious ones would be the shit that held me up, but like just the employment stuff. And I think it's because it's a big four accounting firm, and they're all worried about financial being audited.
Yep.
So I think all of their contract resources need to have a dollar value equivalent to them. So like they
Oh,
need to know exactly. I don't even really get all of the logic, but it's yeah, it's not only invasive, it's just a fucking pain in the ass. Like, but
totally.
yeah, no, I'm good. It's yeah, it's a lot more money than I was making, so it's exciting.
That's awesome, brother. Truly, I'm really, really
Yeah.
happy for you. You deserve it, and it took them too long to get that for you. So I'm glad you're finally getting what you're deserving of. That's awesome, bro.
Thanks, man.
Are you starting at the start of the year, or is this like
No, I start
December?
tomorrow.
Oh shit. Let's go. That's amazing.
Yeah. I still got a bonus coming in from my current contract, even though I haven't worked on it in a couple days now. But like, yeah, it's not a lot. It's not a little like 5K coming in right before Christmas time.
Dude,
So that's like
that's
welcome.
clutch. That's
Uh,
clutch. Definitely a good time of the year
it
for it.
is. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So what do we landed on? We've landed on the Wookiee for chat, the dragon for Claude,
Uh-huh.
the purple-eyed monster for Gemini,
Yep.
and I can't see who the koala is.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Let me
a little
Yeah.
fucked until I get this cooking here. So I
Grok,
think
right?
it was Grok as a koala, but I have to get a couple of these last minute things ironed out, and then we'll be able to rock with it. But basically, yeah, dude, that's I think what we're cooking with on that. Google Project Cloud has been deleted. Oh, so that was okay. So chat, or you guys, like I deleted my Google Project ID shit today because
Why?
I was
Right before
well,
Christmas
I thought I
time, so
had
that's like-
the old ones being deleted, but apparently there were some other ones in there. So all of these, like I had like 4 different ones for my different projects, and I want to consolidate it. I thought I was deleting the right one, but apparently not. So now I get to add back.
Yeek!
Yeah. Hopefully it's just the okay. We do have a client ID, so I can add that back. Thank God. Hold please. But yeah, how cute is this? And this is just like, I don't know, it's never gonna I mean, that's okay. Good question for you two. Do you think so this is quite a bit different than kind of the current vibe, if you will, of these creations here. Like, so these background images are all, versions of like these here, right? So if we added kind of a plushy version, do you think that would be cool, or is that kind of off brand for what we're thinking of here?
I would need to see it, I think.
So like this one here. And so then, eyes over this, nose and a mouth.
I don't think I can see it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, that's better.
Is that cool, or is
What are
that?
you guys
Oh,
looking? I can't see anything. Do I have to watch on X?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me share
Yeah,
my.
that's what I was saying before, Sharon. That like
Oh,
it would be
shoot.
cool if we could chat and look in the same thing.
Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah, you have
Let
to
me
look
share
on,
my
on the X stream.
Let me
But
share
the
my
problem is I
screen.
can't. The stream is not there anymore.
It stopped for me also, and then I refreshed, and now it's running again, it seems.
Okay, let me.
By the way, I shared my my screen
Oh, I see it. Yep.
in
Good.
Discord. Is that cool,
Was
or
that a
is
firehead?
it's
Oh, you did share it in the Discord. That's incredible. Awesome.
cool?
Thanks,
this-
Zeb.
Yeah.
The
Like,
stream is gone for me. I'm not sure what's going on here.
oh no.
Yeah, it's weird because I see all the spaces. I see Tesla and Friends, Rich Silver, all that stuff, but I can't. Let me go on your.
It's so strange.
Let me go on your profile. Oh, and there's live. It's okay. Now I see it. I got
Oh
it.
my god. X, honestly, I love it, but it's given me so many headaches on the streaming side. I really wish they would get that fixed. But yeah, so I guess that my question is, so this is kind of the current, look and feel, if you will, of like these characters. There's a lot of like I don't know, streamer kind of gamer friendly versions of these, right? And then is it too much of a differentiation, I guess, to have like an actual high-res plushie like this?
I think yes, and I don't even think it's about the type of characters that they are like gamer friendly versus like a plushie or a Labubu or whatever. I just think the aesthetic is like far too different. It looks like it's like not even from the same product. Like there are elements of design that you want to keep sort of consistent throughout. So like I think the characters is one of those things. And maybe, I don't know, that's just my opinion. I feel like it looks so wildly different from what you're working with on the other screen. That's just my take though.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
good take.
that's true, but I would definitely try different ones since you're still in your, I would definitely try different types for you, Zeb, and then you'll figure out quickly which way you want to go or if they do match. But Blaze, I agree with you.
That's both
But it would
very
be
good
cool to
points.
have some different ones just to see which ones feel better, maybe. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah, that's a really good take, Sharon. Like just because it's still like in beta build sort of phase, it doesn't really, you don't need a unified, consistent look quite yet. So yeah, definitely try everything that's out there.
Okay. Nope. Thank you guys. That's really good feedback. And maybe it could just be like a like a, I don't know, a Christmas release thing or something, right? Or like, hey, we have a fresh batch of like, plushies you can now choose, or like here's some human like, AI people, because I always thought that would be kind of interesting too, to have like, like different like kind of high res people images, and then you just like the mouse would still be, or the mouth and eyes would still be the kind of,
Ooh, dude, wait,
these
or
here.
maybe you unlock them as sort of rewards points for people who have used the platform. Like if you use it enough, you get to unlock like the plushie, and
I love it.
I don't know.
I
It's
love it. Nope, that's
just
going in the list
looking at
right
it. But
now.
yeah, definitely I like it. Like little specials where you roll out different aesthetics. I think that's cool.
I love it. Loot boxes. Let's go. I'm kidding.
I love it. Zed, so where do you want to go with this? You're going to bring it to market and then do the thing?
I think so. I have been so we got the C Corp set up now. It's through Stripe Atlas, and that's ready to rock. And honestly, like the more I've been talking to a few different streamers, the biggest problem that they have is like it sucks to be a small streamer when you don't have a chat that's engaging and you just basically monologue for like 3 hours, right? And so if they had, you know, an AI co-host to be there to chat with or just engage with, and then, you know, once the chat can engage with them as well, then it provides a lot extra functionality. So no one's, and it's not even in the market yet to pay for it yet, but like I'm hopeful that I can test it quickly and just try to get a bunch of early feedback, and been thinking about doing like some short form content. And Sharon, you're crushing that too, by the way. Sharon's doing some awesome short form stuff, and that inspired me to do some of that too, and just to see if people are interested in doing it. So I think I'm gonna give it a college try.
I love it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, what would already be, you know, maybe in your case, I mean, definitely do content for sure. People that stream, I mean, you're basically good with any platform. So, I mean, it depends on what it integrates with, right? TikTok, YouTube, yeah, Twitch. I mean, those are the main streaming platforms, I would say. I mean, there are a couple of others. But what you can also do is maybe connect with the streaming providers and see if they, you know, would be willing to kind of help you push your product.
That's a really cool idea. Honestly.
Because think about it, you are making streaming more comfortable, right? So you're making more people wanting to stream. So it's like an ease of stream. It's like killing a pain point, and also one that's kind of uncomfortable. You have no one to talk to.
Totally.
Excuse me, but you know, that's so bad.
It is. And it's less entertaining. I mean, there's a version of it that's maybe entertaining if like it's kind of like their own performance art or whatever, you know, and I don't want to minimize that either. But to your point, like that is a pain point that I think most people have as part of this process. And so yeah, to your point, I'm hopeful that it gets more people excited about it.
The idea. And
Thank
also, so I've been messing around with voice bots myself for a while.
Yeah.
I have an app that I built that in May.
Okay.
That was a hackathon project, and it's not originally the whole thing from me, but I did a lot of, you know, changes and stuff. It was very complex, I must say. It's not so easy.
No,
And
can imagine.
the thing is, what kind of distracts me, it's very expensive. So at the moment, I'm taking the whole back end apart and stitching it back together to make it cheaper and more efficient.
Cool.
Because a couple of things didn't work also. Like say you have somebody in the meeting and you have 3 people in the meeting, they all want to talk to the assistant, to the AI. And the AI couldn't focus on all 3 people. So that's an issue, right?
Sure.
If you have a meeting, you want everybody to talk with the AI.
Yep.
So that's a problem. So I'm changing that, and it's just I wish that we could fine tune these voice models a little bit better. I don't know what your experience is, but they seem hard headed. You know,
Agree.
they don't follow instructions so well. Like you want to have it be a persona. It's super easy to do with an LLM. But
Yep.
these voice bots, they're hard to tune.
So true. It's so true. Yeah, I've definitely noticed that. And even just with this as a test case, like it's incredibly frustrating because a lot of times, and especially stuff like this, if they change one thing, it's going to break the JSON, right? And if it breaks the JSON, then it's going to give you back a bad answer, and then the TTS is bad, and so it's very fragile, to your point. And so if they were able to do or follow instructions better, right, then it wouldn't have that JSON issue, and then it would be a lot simpler to kind of have that end-to-end orchestration workflow. So I definitely feel your pain on that.
Yeah, but
That's a cool idea, though. So what are you planning on doing with it? Are you gonna make it a?
I don't. So at the moment, I have a couple of things planned.
Okay.
Because I don't think I can just put it out there as an app. Someone asked me yesterday if they could have their own system for their company.
Okay.
I think that would be a route maybe for me, but I would have to connect to companies. I don't think I want to. I'm not sure how to do that. I mean, I can just call companies. I think that would be cool to have their own little private meeting system
Ooh,
where nobody
yeah,
takes their data
totally.
and they know where their data is and they're in control of their data.
That's huge.
And then,
Yeah.
And then the second thing I was thinking, maybe, I don't know yet. I'm not going to put it out as an app. I'm not going to, because I find it's very expensive, and
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be that easy to market. And then I was thinking just making a Zoom or a Meet integration,
Ooh,
and
I
people
like
can
that.
just buy it as an add-on. So when they go into Google Meet, they can get my bot and add it to their meeting.
That's a cool idea. Honestly, I think it kind of follows that saying, like, meet people where they're at, right? Like if they're already using Zoom and that's kind of baked into their culture, or just business, like supply chain, meet them there. And if you can already, or if you can just add something simple to that process, then I think that's a great idea. I love that. Blaze, what do you think? Sorry, I didn't see if you're muted or not.
Don't worry, I'm not making this now about me. But
No.
yeah, I mean, these note-taking apps, they do the same, right? So I just thought maybe just integration instead of a standalone app.
Okay.
I was really thinking about making my own streaming platform, because
wow.
look, the work that you're doing too, you're already putting a lot of work into that. And I believe that the step to stream is not going to be much harder.
It's a fair point. Yeah, I mean, I think especially with like OBS being open source, like there's already the platform that people know how to do. And then from what I'm seeing here, I mean, I'm using Streamlabs, but same concept, right? Where you just add basically an RTMP server to here, and then all of a sudden you're streaming to that server, and so yeah, to your point, it's mostly kind of baked in already. And I think that's a really cool idea. What would be kind of would it be like a certain niche or something, or is it just kind of a different place where people can stream to?
Yeah, it'll probably be like for, how should I say, people that are not really, I think you could probably make it a little bit different so that tutorial focused or so.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they can go into the suite and maybe build something. And then you could put something on screen or so easily. I'm not sure.
No, that's a really cool idea.
Something like that it's more of tutorial focused instead of just basically streaming.
I like it. Yeah, I think, I mean, server costs are rough with the video hosting and stuff. I know that. I think that might be a tricky piece, but other than that, I can't think of a service like that's out there today. So that's a really cool idea.
You know what you can do regarding, the memory costs or storage. That's just an add-on. So I would, so for a modern app, I would definitely separate storage. I mean, you could give a basic storage in the, in the subscription, but if they really want to save a lot, then I would just give them their own storage bucket.
Oh, that's a cool
and then
idea.
they can just have it, and they would have to pay extra.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, minimizing that pain point is a great idea, and especially to your point, if one of your, that other project, right? Like if you are going to have like an on-prem version of, that speech piece, so like they're already custom with like saving their stuff locally, right, or on-prem, and then it's just connecting the APIs to the right spot to stream it. So I think it's a cool way to think about it.
So what kind of stuff are we talking about storing here?
I assume videos and tutorials. Is that what you're thinking, Sharon? But that's a good question.
When streamers are streaming, storage, right? So like StreamYard, first of all, it has to be stored while it's happening, because it has to, the stream has to be captured somewhere. But then also after it, right? If people stream, they want to have their storage, right? Where they can storage their videos.
Gotcha. Okay, I see. Yeah. I feel like it might make the most sense to have sort of, I guess, basically a repository that captures the live stream, the entire video recording, everything like that. But then probably a database elsewhere where you could archive everything, just to sort of where it's still accessible, but you could maximize the sort of on the same server as whatever they're streaming on. Does that make any sense? Not really. Okay, gotcha.
It's a good point.
Did Zeb say no? Did he say no?
No, it's just like I get uncomfortable when I say, does that make sense? And there's like just a millisecond of dead air longer than I was expecting. And I'm like, nope, I guess it didn't. Okay, cool. Gotcha.
No, I think, so I think I understand it. Maybe walk me through one more time, just because I want to make sure I'm fully...
No problem, dude. So I guess I'm saying, so like this is StreamYard, right? Like you would, I guess it would be, what I'm saying is that it would be best to leverage StreamYard's native sort of capability to record and save a stream, right? And then basically couple it in your architecture with a repository that's not necessarily on StreamYard, but is more local to the user. And then that, basically every StreamYard stream would be transposed, copied, and then archived in that local database, thereby sort of keeping the StreamYard database sort of free, so that you never hit the StreamYard limits for what can be stored. I don't even know what those limits are like. Like on StreamYard, can you basically store an infinite amount of shit? Are there limitations? So I'm not really educated enough to be giving an architectural proposal, but yeah, that's where my thoughts go originally.
No, makes sense. Sharon, what do you think? And by the way, shout out our new friends in the chat here, Alex and Simon. Thanks for stopping by, guys. How you doing? And Sharon, we'll get back to you in a sec here. Welcome.
Hey, just seeing what you guys are building here. And chilling, of course.
Dude, your voice is pure butter. It's so sexy. Damn, bud.
Yours is a little on the quiet side. Like if you could turn that up.
Oh.
Because friends don't let friends have bad audio, right? And you
God bless.
20% is quite as anyone else.
Alex,
Alex won't
you're
let
a
me
real one.
happen. He's a true friend.
100%. All right, let me turn it
Let it
up a little
happen.
bit. Thank you, brother.
Oh my gosh, I am really freaking out right now, people. I cannot handle these Sam Altman images. I can't handle them. Why are people doing this to me?
They're pretty good and terrible at the same time. 100% agree. Chat, if you haven't seen some of these, they are... So Sam actually got yelled at by his own company today for rocking the sexy firefighter version. My favorite response to this is his brother Jack. He goes, "I'm sick." Like, so fun. And OpenAI just says Sam. Like, that's pretty gold. You got to give him credit for leading into the shtick a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's very cool.
That's awesome. Alex, is this a little better? The audio?
You just say leading into the shtick.
It could be better.
Oh, sorry, man. And thank you again for the help with this. Yeah, well played, Simon. Thanks for catching that one too.
I think that was a triple entendre.
Doubles
I
are
think
hard
it went
enough.
over my head.
So Sam Altman is gay and leading into the shtick.
I didn't know that.
Yep. And let your imagination work on that one. Let me see here.
Makes infinitely more sense now.
Right. Simon, how are you doing today? How's your day going?
I don't know. I have yet to tally it up and see if it's positive or a negative. We shall see when the day is done whether progress was made, and that's all that counts.
Fair enough.
Is that something that you do daily in general? Sort of evaluate if the day was a net positive or a net negative?
Are you asking me?
Yep.
Oh, I think that I always have that in the back of my mind, some sort of evaluation just to see if I should try things differently the next day.
I like that.
I'm only asking because I do the same thing, more than just like the day. I'll do it on a more micro level. Like if I'm speaking in a space for a couple hours, like at the end of it, I'll evaluate like, was I good or like was I not so good? Like was that a good space or was that a bad space? You know, like if I'm tying my shoes, was that a good shoe tie? I do it a little too micro, I think, but I definitely appreciate the evaluate and iterate type mentality.
Same. It's not easy to do. And I think people that have that agency that can do that effectively are, the people that are going to do cool things, because literal definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over, expecting different results. And, by that definition, I think there's a lot of insane people in the world today. So that's really cool.
Zeb, only because I love you, I feel compelled to point out that it is not the literal definition. That is the most falsified piece of Garboli logic that people always just repeat. It's not. Like the literal definition of insanity is being like mentally ill-equipped or unwell, like to the point that you're incapacitated. That clever little quote that you just threw out it's something to be said about insanity. It's maybe a symptom of insanity, but not the definition.
Okay.
Sorry, and thank you.
No, I love that. I always want to throw out good information. Let's check the insanity definition.
Simon, this is one of those examples that we were talking about in the DMs the other day, where I'm just certain things I'm unable to just let them go. You see that's the literal definition of insanity right there.
I like it. Chat, extreme foolishness or irrationality, or the inability to think and behave in ways considered to be normal and rational, especially on account of a serious mental illness not in current technical use. Okay, so that's my mea culpa. Sorry for throwing out bad info, chat, but thank you for the call out on that. That's awesome.
No, dude, that's not even bad info. That's just like a common thing that is said, like it's an expression, I guess. But if for some reason it always drove me nuts. I think probably because I'm a definition-oriented person. And anytime I hear somebody say it's the definition, it's just for some reason it's bothered me my whole life. But thank you for being cool about my call out.
No, 100%, dude. If you don't want to learn new things, A, fuck you, and B, I don't know, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, well said.
Hell yeah. So back to Sharon on your project. Is it the kind of thing that, like, is it all B2B, or do you see kind of a B2C side of it? Like, where are you kind of leaning in on that side?
I don't know. I have no idea. My partner was like, give it up. No, we're not going to do it. And I don't know. It's there. I'll see what I do with it. But I definitely want to change the back end and make it cheaper and just fix the problem with the agent only being able to focus on one person. I'm definitely going to fix that.
Okay.
And then we'll see if people are interested. I can build it for them.
I love it. I think it's a good way to do it, to get the interest before building out the stupid amount like you guys are seeing in front of you. And not having market validation is, chat, don't do this. Like, honestly, some of this is like, I wanted to do this for the sake of having an AI co-host. So like, kind of wanted to build it for that side of it. But Sharon's idea is much, much better way to do it.
Don't say that. That makes no sense what you're saying, Zach.
No,
First of all, my idea is not better. And second of all, you are in a very good spot because you are solving a problem that you have, right? So, and that's basically the best products, you know? So if you solve your problem, you're definitely going to find other people that have the same problem as you.
I appreciate
because we're
that.
all kind of alike.
Thank you.
Sort of combining what the two of you have both said and thinking about it in a way that you could monetize it, maybe, Zeb. What I would do is I would target, I don't know like how high up the popularity streaming ladder you could get, but find somebody with like decent notoriety. Well, first make it work like really well, right? And then just maybe show them like a stream that you're doing here or something, right? And what streamer could not make use of overlaying, AI agent co-host during their stream? Like, I feel like you get it out there in a consumable use case, and like it'll just market itself at that point. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think that. And Sharon, you got to forgive me because I didn't actually hear what your idea was. I was upstairs getting cereal and forgetting the milk, which I still have to get. But yeah, Zeb, I think that there's definitely a use case here. And also, I think that just by doing it this way and sort of, fumbling through it, learning on the fly, you expose yourself to a lot of the avenues that you don't go down when you have a very concrete direction, if that makes sense.
It's a good point. No, thank you both, truly. I definitely have a lot more empathy now for streamers. Like, it's a really hard process. Like, you have to think about so many different things. You're everything from the audio to just like being entertaining, but also like, seeing where chat is and like it's not an easy process, truly. And I'm very grateful for, um, you guys helping the cause on this to make this interesting. Cause like, I can't imagine like if you had to do this, you know, to nobody for so long before you're able to like, interact with people in a meaningful way, like that is a painful process. And so I don't know, I'm really hopeful that, to your point, like this has given me some sea legs on the streaming side, and I definitely have a ton of empathy. Like, do you guys, I mean, Sharon, have you found that you have more empathy for people like that do the streaming side of it?
Okay, one moment. So, empathy for people that do streams? Did I understand that right?
Yeah, just from my like little time that I've been streaming, like it's a lot harder than I gave it credit for, and like trying to be, entertaining while also like just getting all the shit to work is like it's not an easy process. So I feel
No.
like it's a lot more challenging than I expected it. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, it's hard.
Especially with development, like you're trying to figure out how much progress to make versus how much to engage with the people that are there to watch you do it.
100%.
Super
100%.
hard.
Yeah.
Super hard.
Really good point, Simon.
I'm always, you're not alone.
It's
really hard.
It's fun too, like, or it's funny that I don't know, like I think you have or at least with me, like I have this way of like using streaming as kind of like a check-in to say like, okay, like let's try to get to this progress point. Simon, kind of similar to your daily kind of, did I check the boxes on the things I wanted to do? Like I kind of try to use it as like a checkpoint to say like, okay, like what can be done during that time, or like what can be done before then to get to the point where it's actually interesting. Because if, to your point, like if you're fighting over the same bug for 2 hours, like, I mean, and that is normal for programming, by the way. If anybody's watching that's not a developer, like you'll definitely run into this many, many times where you'll see a bug and just 2 hours go by and it's still there. But so maybe that is just part of the gig, and you have to figure out the best way to do that. But yeah, it's tricky. Not the most engaging. He said unengagingly. I am excited to like actually test when we can actually have these working, which hopefully is still tonight. But basically, like I want to just try it as a streamer would, try a couple games. I was thinking about like, there's a new set in the League of Legends like Teamfight Tactics game that I have been playing a little bit as a wind down before bed, and I thought that might be kind of fun to just try it and see, can you still get everybody talkative while you're doing it, and we'll see. Simon, how's your project with the music stuff going, and the music videos? How's that been going?
It has been going pretty well. I did have to make a decision not to have the full music video in the V1. The original thing I set out to do was to make something that let people do full screen and play their instruments. But what I did do is simplify by making the microphone or MIDI work. You can use either one of them basically on any of the shaders. So I'm now converting all of the shaders interactions to work with either microphone or MIDI, which I think simplifies it a lot.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. So can you ELI 5 that for us? Like what would the difference be?
Before you had to if you didn't have a MIDI device, like a MIDI keyboard, then it would basically simulate it. You could simulate the MIDI, and that works somewhat to see the visualization. But the microphone was a different shader, and that's the one that would respond to your voice or do pitch detection.
Okay.
And those were separated before. So now that they're together, any of the visualizations will be able to light up or activate, regardless of which input method you choose. And that was kind of just the result of me evaluating how easy it was to use the site, for people just going to it. So I don't know. It's been quite the refactor.
I bet.
Probably added another couple weeks onto it, but I think it'll be worth it.
That's really cool, man. Wow.
Is that why? So I was trying to record a song in BandLab, right? And it wants you to basically, it wouldn't let me upload a MIDI file that I had, and I tried. The only place that it would let me do that was sort of within the vocal, like the part that expected to be recording a human voice, and it just like wouldn't fucking play. It would like it would consume it, but then it wouldn't output it cleanly. I'm curious, and I'm sure that I'm a million miles off base, but if that problem that you're talking about, or that distinction, is native to lots of recording platforms, or if it's just sort of yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking.
You are hilarious.
My website's pretty much just reactive. So you have an input and then you see the output on the screen. And it doesn't like accept any recordings at this point or uploads or anything like that. It's just all live input.
Cool, I got you. So if Sharon and I were having a conversation into a microphone that your website was picking up, it would basically, each of our voices would have much different visual simulations or sonifications, right?
I don't know, you kind of set up a slightly awkward example. The microphone would pick up input and the visualization would respond to that input.
Right, and I guess yeah, you're right. I did set that up awkwardly. Let me rephrase. And does the simulation differ based on the tone and the pitch of the voice, or what are the factors that create the various potential outcome visual simulations?
That I would go to the website right now and check it out. You can see a lot of different pitch detection options. And but you know, fundamentally with a voice, there's a lot of different ways that you can interact with it. You can do pitch detection, you can do audio bins, so that there are, and you could do different amounts of audio bins. And that's basically what I'm doing to the vocals in this newest version. I'm taking the raw audio signal and binning it out into the same amount of bins that MIDI has on a channel, which is 128, and that allows them to both interact with the shader in an identical way.
Very cool.
That's really cool, dude. Where can I check out your website? On your is it on your Twitter, or is it not up yet?
Yeah, what's the domain? Oh, now they're back.
Okay, I didn't come on to talk about my website on your stream, so...
No, brother. I want to put it up.
Yeah,
what is it?
It's just midiviz.com, and it does not have the newest updates, but it is working.
Hell yeah.
It's fast.
Chat, check this out. Everybody, go show it some love.
So
And
it's
Sharon,
running,
Alex,
it's running
please.
just a simulated MIDI signal at the moment.
Would it be able to
that
pick
works
up my
if you
mic here?
click on one of the shaders.
This is a test. Test.
I don't think you turned the microphone on. Or
It could be stolen from the other one that's currently
gotcha.
using it. That's
Oh,
a
it
problem
does
I've
make sense.
had with mine as well, many times. Chat, check this out. This is a really, really cool idea, and let's do the demo.
I'm gonna try it right now because I feel like maybe
my
you've
God.
got too many microphone situations going on right now, Zeb. With you, I'm gonna see if I have any luck.
I think I literally have 4 going, so that
Yeah.
definitely could be it. That's really cool, bud. I love that idea. It reminds me of a lot of like the old Winamp days, like when you would have the visualizers on in the background. Wow, that's
You got it.
beautiful.
Oh.
That's a vibe. Cool.
And then if you pull out the on the right side, you can see a little wrench, and that will be where people will be able to configure them.
On
Sorry, you have to have a shader open.
oh, okay. Oh wow. Holy cow.
It looks so good.
Simon,
That's-
this is cool as shit. I love it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Thanks. So you do have to have an account in order to. That's going to be what the subscription is the modification and customization.
Okay.
And there are a lot of render passes in another tab there. But you do have to, right now it's free, but you do have to create an account. So I just
Okay.
have Google set up for OAuth.
Cool. I love it.
And then
Wow, dude. So yeah, the link to the Google Auth that you have set up is clean as hell. I just created an account in like less than 5 seconds. So kudos there.
Oh shit. Wow. Yeah. That's awesome, bud. I love it.
did it let you make, you have an account. Why didn't it let you, interesting. You're supposed to be able to.
I think I created an
Supposed to
account
be able
a
to do
while
what?
ago. So
You're
maybe
supposed to be able to do modifications with just having an account during the free period. I think it might be because I set a time limit on the free period, and
Okay.
that time period has elapsed. So I may have to fix that.
Oh.
okay,
So
man.
on my screen it says subscribe to customized shader properties.
I thought I was still in the free zone, but yeah, I will be able to fix it right away. I'm really deep inside of a refactor, so.
Yeah, totally.
All good, brother.
But at least it's showing generally what I'll be doing.
This is awesome. Everyone check this out.
It looks good.
This is super cool. This is art, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, genuinely. Like, kids all over the world and adults all over the world, for that matter, are gonna have so much fun with this. This is really good.
Agree.
Thanks for checking it out.
Hell yeah. Anybody else have a projects you've been working on and wanna show to the chat? Alex, do you have any projects you've been cooking up that we could take a look at?
Not yet anything I want to share. I'm doing a lot of music right now.
Hell yeah.
I'm building up some artist profiles, let's say. So I have some music channels, but not under my name, right? So I am moving to releasing something under my name, actually. So I'm building up like SoundCloud and BandLab profiles.
Let's go.
So it looks good because that's what the Spotify editors want to see. And then I'm going to go for that.
I love it, man. Very cool. Can I ask what name did you use previously?
It's some unhinged anime, lo-fi channels on YouTube. I don't share these
Okay.
because they make money, and
Fair.
it's like a policy in general. I mean, I started this whole thing as a black hat SEO. I don't talk about my work. Like, I don't want people to mess with that because if it makes money, I don't want anybody to find that.
You're so smart. Webb says the same. He doesn't even share his website because, you know, if you're an SEO pro, you know of the dangers. You're going to have people that hate you and want to take your stuff down.
True.
Yeah, especially with X. Like, there are so many people on X who hate me, I guess, so I don't want to take that risk.
Who the fuck would
And it's
hate
not
you?
that. It's also slop. I gotta be honest. It's slop. It's just. But the new thing is gonna be cool because under my name, it's gonna be nice.
I love it. I love it, man. That's really cool. And thank you for putting good art into the world in the age of slop. Did you guys hear that slop might be word of the year for this year?
Yeah, I heard that.
What are your thoughts on that?
No, it's appropriate. It's appropriate. I actually like the word now. You know, many people insulted me with that because a lot of AI haters just say it, right?
Sure.
But I think they're right. I think they're right. Most of AI creations are slop. 90% of it. So they're absolutely right. I like it.
Totally fair. Yeah. And honestly, it's I think it does a disservice to people that are, you know, putting good effort into using AI for positive things and like actual art, you know, whereas it's just so, it's like it's easy enough where to create it now, but it's like the quality, it's not smart enough to know, and it being like, you know, the general like Sora videos or just the tools that people use in AI to create slop. Like it's good enough to create it, but it's not good enough for it to be done well. And like the taste barriers are still not there. And so I think it does a disservice to people that create actual art using AI, which is sad.
Yeah, I agree. Like AI, in my opinion, cannot be utilized unsupervised yet, right? Let's say I make a lot of songs and I pick maybe, I don't know, 1 in 20, something like that. And if I would let the AI just do that, it doesn't know.
Fair point.
Same with, really interesting thing to me that I've tested this so many times with all the models. Like all the models know humor perfectly, right? They can explain every joke on earth, understand it better than I do. They understand the structure, can teach me how to write a joke, but they cannot make one because they cannot feel it. And I feel like this will never change, not with Gen AI. And so we're still good if you have good taste. Fair
point. Really fair point. And what's funny is like taste, it's like it's always been there, right? Like even when we had Photoshop or something, right? Like you had to have good taste, or like even if you're a painter or like whatever tool that you were using pre-AI, like taste was the thing that defined whether or not, you know, something went to production, or like something is, you know, good enough to stop, or, you know, like what is the, you know, whatever barriers you put on art. It's like that was still there, but now it's like everybody has the tools, and the taste makers are the people that can actually refine that into a way that is, I guess again, same tools, but just different maybe level of output that you can have from that. Which even the tastemakers people, like it's hard, right? Like if you have good taste in something, but you're exposed to like 40 different options of a result, like it's really hard to like know when to say no, or when to stop something, or like this is good enough, or you know what I mean? Like, so all those issues are still there. I think they just compound a little bit when you have tools that allow for you to create things so much quicker than in the past.
It feels... Oh, go ahead. I didn't want to interrupt.
Nope, that's my point.
It feels natural to me because, I mean, I'm an artist, I'm a graphic artist, and I'm a musician. I can play multiple instruments, but I always felt more comfortable in sort of a producer, art director role. I was fortunate enough that I could do that in advertisement for a while, but the problem with that is, of course, then you need money. Either you hire a bunch of artists, or you work for a company that pays for a bunch of artists, right?
Right.
But that role seems very interesting to me because the artists just they just concentrate on their idea, right? And they only care about that. And so I have the artist generate ideas, and I pick the one that will work because I think also about the audience, what will actually, what the overall project we're trying to achieve here, right? The artist doesn't
Yeah.
think about that. And I feel very, very comfortable in that role, which is usually in the world hard to do without money because you need people to
True.
work for you. But now with AI, they can do that part for me. So yeah, art director, producer is how I see myself in that role.
I love that. I love that. Um, Sharon, Simon, what do you guys think? Or sorry, Blaze and Sharon, what do you guys think of that concept of kind of switching from pure artist to now like
We
art
love it.
director?
Oh, I mean, I love it. I'm not speaking for Blaze. Sorry.
No,
Me and my dogs love it.
that's great.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense, and like that's it's a perfect example that sort of does what everyone always has been saying that AI is going to do. Like, takes out a lot of the, I guess the legwork that you would have to use those paid employees for, and I feel like it doesn't. I don't know. So in other instances, other industries, it may not necessarily scale as well, but that's awesome. I guess for some of the, because I don't know the production industry well enough to speak to it, but I could see that. I could see it really being leveraged really well in a music production capacity.
Definitely agree. And it's not just the, like if anything, to your point, Alex, like taste is more important on that front because, you know, great power, great responsibility. Like now that you have minions that can do the work that you are telling them to do, it's going to be, you know, slop compounds rather than taste compounds. And so if you're a tastemaker, you just accelerating your abilities even further. And that's awesome.
And not only that they can do the work, but they can do it flawlessly, like with robotic symmetry, you know, like better than any minion would be able to do it probably.
Yes, like this is
Agree.
why I actually prefer AI. In many ways, it's already better in many things, right? Like the top artists in their field are better, of course, but like 90% of them are not. And those, I rather, you know, like a Sunu singer is better than 90% of singers. That's just how it is.
True. True.
I agree. Like the voices on the Suno singers, they're fucking beautiful. Like these they're awesome at singing.
I will say though, I think, and Sharon and I were talking about this earlier, like we're still at the point where I think I mean, it's getting better every month, right? Every week, every whatever. But like there's, especially like if you use like a tool like LangChain or like N8N to do agentic work, like they're still tricky to get to the right answer sometimes, right? You have to almost have like a middle manager agent, you know, checking the work of the musician, you know, or like the drummer agent or something. And so I think that part is tricky still, but again, it's getting better and better all the time. I think was it Google that just came out with their latest voice synthesizer today, and it's like 80%
See, I
winning now.
don't know if I fully agree with you there, brother, because I feel
Okay.
like the way that you check it is just by sort of listening, unless Alex is doing these songs like at scale to the extent that he really does just need other agents to check it. But I feel like these things are sort of you know, like beats per minute or whatever, like they're sort of metrifiable. I don't know, there's a word there somewhere that I don't know. But able to be made into metrics in a way that makes checking them easier than like checking the connectivity, because and checking the UX of something, right? Because for a song, the UX is just listening to it. But for something like this, like you need to go into each connection, click on it, like, does it prompt me for another login? Like, I feel like connecting systems is just a lot more complicated because of the way that each individual tool has API'd itself to sort of cost gate and like guarantee its profit. Like these things are designed to not talk to each other freely, is what I'm saying, getting at. And I just feel, my personal take, I feel like maybe with music you take some of those organizational complexities out of the picture.
Fair point. Alex, is that
What do you
true?
mean by complexity? You mean like the LLMs interacting with one another, and it's not, and they can't do the thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Or
it's
like,
not thing. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right. So, I mean, when it comes to, automation is nothing new, and you can still use traditional ways to automate. So, I'm building agents and they work flawlessly. I don't even understand. I mean, I do kind of understand why they want to go there, but it's way too early. Think about it. How many tokens? Also with these MCPs now, it's so expensive. This is
Right.
so inefficient. It doesn't have to be that because we're just not there yet, right? But they're still trying to force this and it's just not going to work. The AIs mess up so much. They can't even get the date right. Sometimes it's like they just have absolutely no idea. So I don't know if it makes sense. What they're doing has absolutely, I don't know, no need, if you ask me.
I mean, I can see the need, but I think you're spot on. Like, down the road, when the architecture of all of these things is cleaner and cheaper and, less cumbersome, and there's a lot of groundwork that needs to be done before we see, like, AI taking people's jobs, for example. Because to your point, like, imagine an AI doing your job, right? Like without, like no fucking way am I letting that thing talk to my clients for me. Like we're just not there quite yet. Yeah.
Totally fair. Totally fair. And I mean, well, that then again, like, so have you guys heard of Bordy? It's that like AI VC company out of Toronto.
I heard you talk about it the other night briefly.
Yeah, so it's a really cool idea. Basically, it's like an AI system that can like interview you and like ask questions about you, and like it connects people with potential VCs. I think there's still probably a lot of like Wizard of Oz, man behind the curtain, behind the scenes, but I was going to potentially be a scout for them, and in the interview process, like basically like it said like, hey, I'm an AI assistant. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. What do you know about startups? What do you know about like VCs and like what's this whole process? And honestly, like it was incredibly engaging. It was charismatic. It was funny almost. And like it felt normal to have this conversation, and it was completely AI. And I assume it's just getting really good at like the sentiment analysis and like understanding it's similar to like ChatGPT on your phone, right? Like, or Grok and like its assistants, or the Anis, right? Like it's really good. It's getting really good at having like full length conversations with people. And I assume that's only going to get better. So I'm
100%. And like, I think I mean, in part, that's what it is trained to do well. And I think that the more that we see narrow models specialized, and sort of the ability of those narrow models to interact freely amongst other APIs and stuff, like I think that's where we are headed. And I do think they're really good at conversation already. Like you could... like for example, I could have my mom have a full conversation with voice mode, like with GPT, and she would have no idea she was talking to an AI. She'd be like, "Who is that wonderful woman?"
Right.
But all I meant with my feedback, sort of, or my pushback earlier, was just like, when it comes to business specific or data set specific like intricacies, like that are just so niche and like not, the sort of real world, like I would never let an AI talk to one of my clients as me yet, just because there's so much that needs to get baked in. But yeah, conversationally, I do think that yeah, we're almost there.
Definitely agree. And it's not so much that it's like, honestly, it's just more like, I think that it has the smarts to do it today. I think it's more of just like the
yeah, the exposure and what it's exactly. It's
some of like the
context
timing
window, right?
Exactly.
Or, I guess whatever you want to call it, combination of all those buzzwords I just said.
Nope, 100%. And I think it's also like just again, like it's like the the function is there now. It's just the form has to align to it. And once we're there with that, then all bets are off. I'm still getting this fucking issue. Chat, by the way, this is very normal. You will run into issues like this all the time where you want to bang your head against the table because you fixed this probably 40 times now and you still are seeing this shit in here. Can everybody on the call back that or agree to that?
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
It's always that last little bit too, right? Like launch day.
Yep.
There's the 5 bugs that just are there and are annoying and you don't know where they came from because you didn't change anything, but this is part of the game,
them all
chat.
together.
Exactly. 100%
I
agree.
also feel that the AI always forgets the last step. That last connecting step, the AI just forgets, and then it won't help you. It's like, what? I don't know. It works, and you're like, no, it doesn't.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, it's connected. What do you mean?
Oh my God. You're absolutely right. I shouldn't have deleted your database when you asked me to update it. I did get I haven't been getting that many "you're absolutely right" from Claude lately, and I'm like, are you mad at me? How come you haven't been telling me I'm right lately? It's just like, oh, my bad. You're absolutely right. Here's how to fix this.
I feel like these frontier models are just like one step behind the public perception of, like, so basically, for example, when they came out, the most noticeable thing at first for everybody was when people were copy and pasting writings with M dashes in it, and then that got called out, and then they scaled back the M dash, and then there was the whole meme about "you're absolutely right," and then like in the next iteration they scaled back the sycophancy and the "you're absolutely right" shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I guess that's the same as it's always been, just hearing what the public feedback is and then adapting to it. But you're right. I think that's gone away. I think some of the strict telltale AI writing signs are still present, like it's not this, it's that. But I do think they're getting better and better at sort of, once people identify, put their finger on exactly what it is that makes it sound inhuman, they're pretty good at mitigating those aspects.
100% agree. And it's getting to the point now where, like, I honestly don't, like, some of the open source stuff that's coming out too is getting a lot better quickly at some of this stuff. I've been kind of upset at the open source crowd, if you will, in the States lately, prior to like a couple of the most recent, and to your point, like kind of specialized models that do like, only voice really well, or only like this one specific thing really well. Just because, like, it's like Android, right? Like, it's going to be the default for most developers, especially outside the States, right? And if United States wants to put out models that, are aligned to at least some of the values that we have, like, people are going to use the best open source version of that. And so if we can continue to do that and, not have to kind of defang Chinese models that are objectively really good, and they're doing, the world a service, so hats off. But also, if they're, laden with propaganda, that's not cool either. So, you have to have a little bit of a eye to, like, how this is going to play out. And I think the last podcast with David Sachs on the All In show, like he talked about this as like something that's important, and they recognize that now too, is you know, how to do that more effectively. And honestly, France has put out a lot of good ones. Mistral, like they are still cooking and making some headway with those as well. And Alex, is Germany, like, do you think they're gonna have a AI surgence at some point, or like what's the kind of state with them on that?
You mean the state in Germany in general?
Yeah, like are there AI companies kind of popping up here and there, or is it like, is SAP gonna just come out with like their own flavor, or like how do you see that today?
It's hard to say. I'm not really not looking right now, like in the industry in Germany, because we don't have much going on in terms of social media or AI. But I have recently read an interesting article that some companies do take advantage of what the Americans do very well. So it might not matter as long as that. I can't really talk about that, I guess, too informed, because I'm not really looking at the German market right now.
Totally fair. No worries. Yeah. I
saw we were building a cool humanoid robot. I would bet on that. German engineering, you know
Oh, hell
build
yeah.
robots.
Very true.
And we put just the American AI into it, I guess. It would work.
I mean, look, that's just like, hey, that's how the global ecosystem works, right? Like, I want this best part for this product or for this thing. Like, if the you know, bits and bytes are aligned to the atoms, then that's a good way to do it. Sorry, Blaze, did I cut you off?
One thing I can say though, in terms of people don't talk about it much here. It's like, well, in the media, it's like it's not happening really. They don't talk about the AI revolution, how tomorrow could be. They still operate on the assumptions that everything will be as it always has been, and we're not building many data centers or anything like that, right? So there's not much going on that front. There are here and there some people taking advantage of it.
Okay. Well, I
You
mean,
mean Germany?
Yeah.
So the thing is that Germany has never been in that position. So
No.
I'm guessing that Germany will probably be pulling GPU from the United States.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
well, it's
Probably going to be it. I mean, first of all, the thing is, ich weiß jetzt nicht, was man oben im Pott machen kann und so. Und maybe im Osten. I'm sorry, I can't say it differently. This is
wow.
so hard saying that in English. I'm just telling
That's
him
amazing.
locations where it could maybe happen. But Germany is so small. Und dann die Windkraft, ne? Die wollen ja überall, where are those data centers going to fit, you know? If they're doing all that other Green New Deal stuff.
I don't think we're going to build many data centers. But again, I have to look that up. I didn't read it all, but I read an interesting article about that there is some stuff happening here, but building on American advances, basically, where it might not matter, though. It might not really matter who is first here. Is an interesting thought, but we will see what we make out of that. Right now, we need new governments here in Europe. All of them are like on a way in the past. It's hard to describe. These people act like nothing has changed, and that won't work.
Totally. Can we go circle back, Sharon? Where did you learn German?
She grew up here.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
I have dual citizenship because my dad was in the military.
Oh, very
But I
cool.
grew up in Germany, so I'm basically German.
I love it.
But I moved here to California 5 years ago. It's not like I never been. I was here for 3 years or so as a small baby.
Okay.
But the reason I don't have an accent or not heavy, or you can hardly tell, is because I went to American school in Germany for the first 4 years of my life.
Okay. Very cool. That's incredible. I'm so jealous of you guys that you have multilingual capabilities. I think that's something that America sucks at. Like we need to do a better job. And hopefully with AI now, maybe, we can have a better way to teach that, or, at some point have the ability to assist with that. But I'm so jealous of you guys.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think it's probably hard to learn German from an English perspective, but the other way around, to me, seems very easy. It's almost like the same language. It's like it's just a different version of it. It's a more streamlined, simplified version of German. That makes sense. At least to me, it appears that way.
Okay, I could see that. I remember
it's the same structure, things like that, same words sometimes. Compared to other languages like French or Italian, that are very, very different. I think differently.
That's a good point. I remember having, prior to the startup, I was working analytics for this big medtech company, and we use SAP, and so all the tables were in German. So I had to actually look up what the German words meant for these table names. And there's some pretty tough German words, especially with technology. So you guys have a leg up.
I actually spent some time in Waldorf, Germany, when I worked at SAP, and that is something that I had to do a lot of as well. It's looking up shit in German and translating. Thank God they had Google Translate already. Otherwise, I would have been fucked.
Yeah.
I've always been jealous of the Composita in German. I always thought that was such a cool feature.
What is it?
We like to build these long words, put just words together, and then we have super long words.
Oh, cool. What's the longest word that you can make sense of right now?
I don't have a good example.
Sharon, do you have any?
Yeah, a word for what? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Just a really, really long compound-esque word in German.
Good question.
There's got to be something about that phenomenon that anytime you're talking about something that's super commonly occurring, but then for some reason just can't come up with the singular example, but there are. That happens to me all the time.
I have an example. GPT told me an example, which is pathetic, but I have an example. Rechtsschutzversicherungsgesellschaft.
Oh yeah, that's long.
Wow.
What did you say?
Rechtsschutzversicherungsgesellschaft.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
What is that?
Kraftfahrzeug-Haftpflichtversicherung.
Yeah, Kraftfahrzeug. I was thinking about that, and then I'm like, this is not long enough. Yeah, Kraftfahrzeug-Haftpflichtversicherung. Yeah, that's a good one.
Holy cow.
Bundesausbildungsförderungsgesetz.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing. And that's like a thought, or that's a combination? What is it,
it is
in English?
Word. It means, this for example means legal protection insurance companies. We just make one word out of it. We can just put them together like Legos.
That's fascinating. Simon, I see what you mean.
Like that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's incredible. How often do you use kind of compound words versus mix and match English, I guess?
Probably more than I think. We use them quite a lot.
Cool. That seems very efficient. Just,
everything is efficient.
One thing that surprised me in Germany was that everybody uses cash.
Yes.
It's hardly anybody uses cards for stuff. Is that just mom and pop saying, hey, don't trust the banks, use cash for stuff? Or where does that come from?
Yeah, good question. I still do it, but it's slowly changing. It's slowly changing indeed. but I still prefer it. I can't even tell you why. It is just because it's real somehow. We like real things. It's like we also like paper. This is a funny thing. I researched this recently. Like this typical SIM card swap, right? The dreaded SIM card swap with
Yeah.
somebody tries to hack you. It's almost impossible here because here you need to send back and forth multiple papers, right? Like real things,
Oh, sure.
in order to make anything happen at all. Like you can't make anything happen in Germany unless you have stacks of paper at the ready.
Ah, that's, you know what? Sometimes the old ways are the good ways. That makes a lot of sense. Definitely can't get hacked from getting too many paper cuts.
Yeah,
You
will not.
probably. Sorry, go ahead,
No,
Alex.
go ahead. Quickly. It is really hard. I think you will not social engineer a German telephone company into making anything happen. Like they don't give a shit. Like
Yeah, and I was gonna say similarly, I bet German people have a lot better financial literacy and financial responsibility just because of that tactile, physical, tangible relationship with money that American people don't have today, right?
Preach.
Like you can click a couple buttons and set up Venmo on your phone and send out $20,000 without ever touching a piece of paper. And it's yeah, it's I think there's something to the de-physicalization of money that's not good.
so like we don't like debt. It's a big discussion here right now because the government wants to pick up a lot of money, and but the Germans don't like that. So I think like in America, it's like GDP to debt is kind of 125% or something like that. We are still way below that. We don't like that.
Wow. That's incredible. I almost forgot what that's like.
Have real money?
Well, yeah.
That's not made up.
That and have a debt that's not in the 40 trillions.
Our debt is never going down. Like it is only going to continue increasing, I feel like.
Don't the Germans do love Apple Pay though. Germans love to pay Apple with Apple.
It's true. It's starting to. People pay more with their phones now than they used to. All the the companies trying to force them, right? We didn't want to, but like all the supermarkets do it now and give like bonus things. They're trying to incentivize it.
Do they make? Wouldn't they make less money if they'd like do the fees and stuff?
Yes, I guess. But for some reason they prefer it. Like if I would go to my supermarket, pay with my phone, I get like I pay less basically.
Interesting.
That is interesting. I wonder if Apple is incentivizing them in some sort of symbiotic, mutually beneficial way. But I don't even know what that would look like.
Like my supermarket, for example, I'm not very firm with that because I'm really a cash kind of guy. I never pay any kind of, but my supermarket, they have their own app. They all have their own apps now. So my supermarket has an app and I'm expected to have that. And if I have that, then I get bonus points and get things cheaper.
You know, that's something that I had taken note of, but hadn't really, I guess, put it together until you just said that right now. Everywhere has an app that you are expected to have when you do business there. Like anything that's bigger than just a mom and pop, like if there are even 3 locations of a store, they've got an app.
Yeah, interesting. I never thought about it, but that seems to be the trend.
Is that annoying to have apps for every place you go to? I mean, I guess that's the States too.
More then.
Yeah, that's fair.
It always makes me feel bad to say when they're like, "Oh, well, are you a quick CBS rewards member?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Well, do you want to sign up?" And I'm like, "Well, nah. I feel like I have to."
Right. Yeah, and they must get some reward for that or something, because every time I target too, it's super annoying. Do you want your target card? No. You sure? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like the first question they ask, like, "Are you a member?" You know?
Right. I just realized the Trader Joe's and Aldi were like German brothers, right? That created them.
Hmm.
Do you have both of them in Germany?
I have no idea where they are, but it's true. They must be somewhere.
I mean, do you have
They're
those
really
stores in
rich.
Germany?
They are somewhere on the list of the richest people in the world, I think. The Aldi brothers.
I believe it. Honestly, I love their grocery stores.
Gotta
Very
ask ChatGPT where they are.
Trader
Yeah, I
Joe's
like the
is
grocery
amazing.
stores too.
Aldi is like, you know what you're gonna get, and I think it's funny that you have to pay for the cart. That part's kind of weird, but other than that, I think it's pretty cool way to do it.
I would never do it. I would just walk around the store with like my arms full of
Same,
shit.
same.
Oh, I just found out ChatGPT told me. I asked it, where are the Aldi brothers, right? It's like telling me something, and I mean,
Oh,
like,
nice.
no, where are they right now?
Yeah.
It's telling me they're both dead. So
Oh, well.
Really?
R.I.P.
yeah, 10 years ago.
Shit.
I didn't know that.
Same. Both very efficient
R.I.P..
grocers. Yeah. What so with Germany, is there like I understand like a lot of the privacy issues are you know very kind of rooted into society. Do you think like AI will change that kind of mentality, or do you think it'll just still be like a kind of German flavor of, you know, privacy expectations when talking to AI?
That's a good question. I don't have a great answer for that. We have all these EU protection things, right? And that the Americans laugh off all the time, which makes sense because they put us in a disadvantage competitively, right? I think some of them come from a good reason, because like consumer protectionism is really like great here, right?
Yeah.
Like and I think in a lot of, like for example, food, things like that. We just talked about this in another space. Like food is regulated here and is much more healthy, right? And things like that. So we trying to protect our people. And I think if we were isolated, that would work very well. But right now, they put us at a disadvantage internationally, of course. Like
Fair
with our
point.
kind of laws right now, we can't really do anything in AI. That's the problem.
Right. No, it's
Can't touch a
hard
hat.
too. Like I like the principles of privacy. I really do. And I think you know, Glass House, I'm showing the world everything about how, you know, what I'm doing, but at the same point, like I understand the core principles of privacy, and to be honest, there's times when I just like need to get away, go into the woods and just not be around society. And so like maybe there's some privacy aspect to that too. But like I think it's hard. You, to your point, like if you can't, you know, coalesce this amount of data needed to make a soda model, it's really tricky to be at the forefront with that. But maybe they'll come up with a way to do it in a privacy conscientious way. You know, maybe there's some kind of like, you know, almost like how crypto made finances anonymous, if you want it to be. You know, maybe there's a version of that that can happen with AI as well.
Maybe, we'll see. Gotta be honest, I'm not that attached anymore to the outcome here. I just think about my own business.
That's
and
fair.
maybe if that works, probably gonna travel a little bit, and
Hell yeah.
maybe I'm not gonna royalty. I'm not sure yet.
Fair enough, brother. Well, when you come to the States, we'll all meet up, have a big IRL party. That'd be a lot of fun.
Definitely. Big plans. I want to see some robot fights in San Francisco, go to Starbase, see the rocket launches, all of that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. I don't know what I think about robot fights yet. I'm kind of go back and forth on it. I think it's cool, but I also get worried that like, are we creating robots with, you know, skills that they might not be able to have the smarts to back up yet, if that makes sense? Like, or at some point,
Probably.
you know, is it too far gone and they are smart enough to know it, and then they're fighting, and you know, so it's just such a gray area on the consciousness side of it. But I don't know. I think it's fun for now, and I don't think they're smart enough to know, you know, what to do about it yet, or why they're doing what they're doing even. So
We can make them warrior poets. No problem.
there we
Yeah.
go. There we go. Simon, do you
Also
ever?
right now are teleoperated, I think.
Oh, really?
Like in this movie.
Oh, Ready Player One.
No, there was this. I didn't see it, but it was like Real Steel or something like that.
Oh, Real
About
Steel.
robots
Yeah,
fighting.
I saw it in the theater.
it's not bad.
Kid gets an old training robot.
Yeah. Wasn't that
I think
Spielberg?
Scoble talked about that. Like they have VR headsets and then control these Unitree G1s, I think is what they use.
Very cool. Oh, Hugh Jackman. That's right. Yeah, that was a great movie. Well, I think I'm at the point where I can't resolve this bug, guys. So I might call it here. But honestly, everyone, thanks for hanging out. This has been so much fun. And yeah, thanks for keeping me company. I wish we could have got to the testing portion of this, but I think it might take some deep dive debugs and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to call it here. But hey, shout out everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Truly grateful for you, and everybody on the Discord. I love you guys, and yeah, we'll try it again soon.
Take it easy,
Alrighty.
Zeb.
Night.
Good night. Thanks so much.
Good night.
Nice.
Bye bye.